Welcome to the 10 songs, where I'm gonna have 10 different songs from my playlist, and we're gonna test among all the headphones to see who is the best. So this song is completely random from my playlist, and if you want to know what are the songs that have been chosen for the past test and the current test, I will leave a link down below. Without further ado, I don't bore you with the specs, so this is a quick fire. The H1i, the H1 Pro, and the Max 5C. So if you want to know what are the actual specs, you just pause the video from just now and let's get it started. The very first song I have chosen is called Bullseye by Nano. This song contains electric guitar, bass, drum. Is your typical J-rock song. And this song has in between piano beats and also possibly a violin, which I can't confirm. But among the three, the third place falls to the H1i. The H1i, for some reason the vocals of like Nano when she was singing, it was a bit muffled, but it also, because of it's a bit muffled, it also lacked the clarity of the other instrument, which make it among the three the less enjoyable. I have to give it a third place, and second place goes to the H1 Pro. And the H1 Pro is a more balanced sounding, it's clear background instruments, but it just lacked that little oomph from the drums, because this headphone is more focused on vocals than the bass. So take note of that. And obviously the winner goes to the Max 5C. And because on default Max 5C is on bass mode, so obviously it is going to have a deeper bass with drum that also feel more thumpier compared to the other two, where the other two on default it is classic. So maybe there's a bit of difference, but hey, this is a test to check how a person just going to turn on and just put it on and straight away listen to music. So the song, because it's very thumpy, it can be a little muffled at times, so it's a bit more of a hit than a miss lah. So it still sound better than the other two headphones. So points to the Max 5C. Alright, second song, it is the song called Let Me Down Slowly by Alec Benjamin. So this song is a bit mellowic because it is a very relaxing, slow, calming kind of song, where it is accompanied by the piano and also the acoustic guitar. But during the build-up phase, you can hear the bass thump and also the bass guitar start to kicks in during the build-up phase of the song, and then go back to the acoustic again. And because of that, right, the Max 5C fell flat on this song because of, even though it complements well with the instrument compared to the it complements well with the instruments when combined, including the vocals. But because this song is more vocal based, it is a bit more biased to a headphone that is better in giving the vocal sound. So but when I compare to the H1i and the H1 Pro, the H1 Pro, it seems it has more satisfying vocals, but because it lacks of the bass, it's not as good when compared to the first place H1i. The H1i, for some reason in this song alone, the vocal sounds more better, more clearer. It sounds like as if like the guy is giving an ASMR right on my ears, like give me a bit goosebump at certain notes. And the beat also seems to be slightly better compared to the H1 Pro. So the winner goes to H1i, and that's the points. Next song, number 3. It's called R.I.P by ReoNa. This song is a bit interesting because it is a mixture of instruments, but the main vocal point of the song is mainly the constant bass guitar that is playing alongside with the beat, the drum beat, where it has a very sounds, while also in between there you will hear that there is like a flute, a trumpet that is a bit, it seems like it's like interchangeable lah. So it's a very interesting song, and I would say that Max 5C is the weakest among the 3 because this headphone and the fact that it's on bass mode, the sound of the bass guitar and the drum beat can be too deep. Like, yes, the bass is nice, but if it start to overwhelm a little to other instruments, then your enjoyment will drop slightly, but it's still okay. But when comparing with the next phone, a headphone, which is the H1i, it is way more better because H1i, the bass, the vocals are all more clearer compared to the Max 5C. But the H1 Pro takes the cake for this song because the background sound, it feels more cleaner lah. It's like it's because the H1i has a bit of bassy noise that when want to hear the separation, the H1 Pro does a little bit better without overpowering and still able to balance out everything. So the winner goes to H1 Pro, and that's the updated score. Alright, next is another interesting song which is called Donika na Chaiso. Is from NOMELON, NOLEMON. Yeah, it's a it's a mouthful, but this song is has a lot of beats and it's a very fast-paced song. So this caters more towards the headphone that can emphasize on the bass. Hence, H1 Pro is the last place because this thing is balanced sound, but because it doesn't have, it lacks of that power, the thump or the oomph. This song, it feels flat lah for this headphone. Followed by the H1i, which has a bit more pronounced beats compared to the H1 Pro. But of course, nothing can beat the king of bass, the Max 5C. The beats are way stronger to the point that you can even hear the ripple sound of the beat, right? You can hear like boom, kind. It's like I don't know how to explain, but it has that ripple effect. Like it's more wow, cool. Max 5C took the lead for the updated score. Alright, so next song is called Help by Kobo, Kanaeru. So this song is a very catchy song where it has a constant drum and the bass guitar beat, and in between it has the guitar strumming and the background, and there's a background singing in the build-up phase of the song, which makes it quite interesting because it's a mixture of vocals and also instrument. But the loser in this case is the H1i because it sounds balanced. It's still okay in this song, but it just feels something is lacking in the song. Like, I don't know what is it, but it just feels something lacking on it compared to the H1 Pro, who I gave it a second place. This song, for some reason, when the drum snares, when the it sounds like it is like right in my ear, which I don't know, is it a good thing or a bad thing, but for this case I kind of like it because it's like really in my ear. It's like I don't know, it's like a concert vibe kind of feeling. But of course I had to give the Max 5C the winner because talking about the concert vibe, this thing really give the concert vibe, because it the bass, it sounds like you are having the speaker playing right in your ear, and the beat like tuk 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 tuk, it start to tingle my ear, and it's kind of nice. I don't know how to explain, but yeah, it's very nice to hear when you're using the headphone, especially that song that has a constant beat, and it's like keep on playing in your ear. So, winner Max 5C. Next song is called Sleep Talking by Takanashi Kiara. This song is kind of a clubbing kind of song vibe, where you like, I don't really go to club, but I feel like this is kind of song is kinda hit the alley, and because of the song, it has this constant beat also. So out of the three, the loser, it is the H1i. The H1i has also the same has the same issue where it has a balanced sound, but the beat, right, it's just for this one, I know that the beat feels a bit lacking, like you wish that it is have a bit more thumping, but for some reason it doesn't. While the H1 Pro takes the second place, because even though it lacks the beats compared to the H1i, but the vocal is way more pronounced and cleaner to hear too. So that's why I give it second place. But of course, the winner, the Max 5C, the beat, because of the constant beat again for this song and the previous song, it's just the beat just feels so satisfying. I don't know what about it. It just feels nicer compared to the other two. And yeah, so because of that, that's the updated score. Number 7. Number 7 is song called Disappear by Clinton Kane. So after all the song that has a lot of beats, I chose a song, the song that I got was Disappear, because this song is a very slow paced song, and it's a very vocal oriented song with some beat along the way, which is quite slow, also mellowic kind of voice. So for some reason, the Max 5C took the cake for the first place, because this song has vocals, but there's a beat in between that will just start to resonate in between my ears. It will like taking alternate sounds, and that sounds very so nice. And because of that, also because like near the end of the song, it has this vibrating sound that actually, so it's very nice that it give my hand, right, a bit of goosebump. I don't know what caused it, but maybe because of that vibration, it's just sending chills to my body. And because of that, first place Max 5C, second place H1 Pro. The H1 Pro, because it's a vocal oriented, as I said earlier, the sound is very crispy, like it's like, it's almost like listen to the song from the Let Me Down Slowly, the I believe it's Let Me Down Slowly, that is ASMRic voice. I don't know is it a term, but yeah, I'm just going to run with it. Yeah, because of that, I like it a lot. That is second place. And last but not least, it's H1i. For this case, because its lack of bass did not really help the case for the H1 Pro, but between the H1i and H1 Pro for this song, I can't really decide. I can't really choose who's second or third. So I will just decided to give them both a point. So, yep, there, update. Yeah, song number 8. So song number 8, it is called AMG by Corner Price and Killa. Killa, I think Killa. I believe it's Takila. No, I think it's Killa. Okay. This song is a rap song, which is quite nice because it has a constant beat with violin in between the song. So it's like those song that can emphasize all of this will be awesome. And because of that, I give the H1i the title because the sound is very nice, because it's more balanced, because I said earlier it's a constant beat, rap and a violin. So if the bass is too strong, it is going to struggle a lot in the song. So this thing has decent bass and balanced sound. Second place, surprisingly, I gave it to the Max 5C, because the Max 5C, the bass of course is very nice, but sometimes it's a bit overwhelming that the violin and the rap can be a little muffled because of that bass. But for some reason I give this H1 Pro last place, because due to just being weaker bass compared to the H1i, but it has a clean, more pronounced vocals. But like I say, if this song has a beat and a violin, and if it doesn't balance out, it doesn't sound as nice. But yeah, if you really like the vocals more, the H1 Pro would win. But for me, I can't really decide between the H1i and the Max 5C, because it's really depend on whether you like a bit more bass or something a bit more sound. So it's either or. I give both first place and last place H1 Pro, and that's the updated score. So this is song number 9. Song number 9 is called Returns by Poppin'Party. And for this song, it started out with a electric guitar strumming, and it was still constantly play throughout the entire song. And because it's in a band, it has drum, piano and bass guitar playing at the same time in between the music during the build up and the chorus. For some reason, in this case, I give the Max 5C last place, even though I say the bass can be more pronounced because of the bass guitar. It's a bit more stronger compared to the other instrument. So I'm looking for more balanced sounding. And H1i, second place, I gave it second due to the fact that it can harmonize all the instrument better. But I gave H1 Pro the kick because the noise separation, I can actually hear way clearer. It's like I can hear like the guitarist is on my right, the bass person is like on my left, and then the drummer and the piano is like somewhere in the center. It's like I can clearly hear the separation compared to the H1i, and they synchronize way better. I mean, H1 Pro synchronize way better, but it's lack on that direction sound compared to the H1 Pro, where I can literally separate where the sound coming from. But because he playing the guitar, the cymbals can be a little strong, so you can hear the it's a bit too overwhelming at times. But because of that sound separation, I can hear clearly. I gave it first place, and this is the updated score. So last but not least, this song is called Tokyo Friday Night featuring Hanazawa. So this song is sang by Joint Beauty, the Hanazawa and Mori Calliope. This song is a bit melodic, I guess, because due to Hanazawa, the voice. And this song, throughout the whole song, it has a piano and some beat with some snare sound in the song. And for this case, I actually gave the Max 5C the win, because the song can be it help to make the song a little bit more bassier. And for some reason, like because there's two singers, which is the Hanazawa and Mori Calliope. For some reason, the Mori Calliope voice is slightly more muffled compared to the Kanahana. But for when I listen to all three, the Max 5C actually helped to enhance her voice a bit more, so that I can hear both of their vocals, compared to like someone like the H1i, which I give a second place because of the clarity and also yes, sufficient bass. But for some reason, when come to Mori's part of the song, it's a little muffled. I have no idea why, but it's not that bad. It's not that obvious. But after comparing both side by side, it's kind of obvious, but not really. And last but not least is the H1 Pro. I give it last place because it emphasized on the vocals, but yeah, it's just the vocals. So but the everything else is a little yeah, like a bit flat. Like when you compare to the other two, this headphone is a bit flat because of it's just purely on vocals. The other two is on its own is nice, just because you are comparing with two headphones that has more emphasis on the bass. So that's the final score. So as you can see, this is actually quite closer than I have imagined. I was expecting like maybe the Max 5C going to blow out of the water, or maybe the H1 Pro going to give a surprise. But the final score is Max 5C has 17 points, H1i has 11 points, and the H1 Pro has also 11 points. So clearly that the Max 5C has more variety in the sound, but don't take this too personally because you can see that the points are more closer compared to the previous one where I test with the Edifier 820MB. This thing is more closer because they have their own strength and weaknesses. Like for example, if you like a headphone more towards the vocals, the H1 Pro is the one that you go for. If you like bass, a lot of bass, the Ugreen Max 5C is the one that you are looking for. And also it does not sell itself that well because so yeah, if you are looking for a bit more bass, you should go for the Max 5C. And also to top it off, this thing has also the spacious sound, so if you really a bass head, this thing is the one that you go for. But if you don't really mind either or, you want to be a bit more balanced, actually surprisingly the H1i I kind of recommend, but it can be a little uncomfortable for my kid. But someone who has a slightly smaller head probably will enjoy this more compared to the other two, because it's first of all it's a bit flimsy, but it doesn't take a lot of space on the neck compared to the other two. So yeah, if you really like more balance, a bit more bass but more balance, this headphone is the one you should consider. But other than that, I would just go for the Max 5C because of the versatility, where all this time I've been running on default, which is the bass mode. If you change to the acoustic, it's probably be a bit nicer to hear because it will be somewhat more balanced compared to this. But the only upside between the Baseus compared to the Ugreen is that Baseus itself, when you turn off the LHDC mode, you can adjust, you can fine tune your equalizer. It will tune to what you're liking. But for me, I'm a person who just turn on, connect, and just listen. Yeah, I will just go to the Max 5C because first of all is comfortable. Second of all is the fact that the H1 Pro on default, the ANC is always on, so it's a bit annoying. but just press one, you can immediately turn off. And I just found out that the LED here, this strip here is actually the LED where you turn on and off, which I didn't notice until now. Because you see, if I turn it on, it will turn on both sides. And once it connects, it will just turn off, I believe. I'm not sure if it is. And if I turn it off, you can see it will turn on red. So yeah, that's one thing I just learned. And in terms of connectivity, right, for some reason the H1i has a slower connectivity, even though in my phone says it's connected. But when I play my music, right, it takes a few seconds to immediately transfer to the headphone compared to the other two, which I don't really understand why, but that is one thing you should take note. Yeah, so in a sense that this Max 5C is the least flawed compared to the other two. But hopefully in the future, Baseus release a newer model that improve on the two of the headphones, and maybe will put a better fight with the Max 5C. The only downside about the Max 5C is the cup, the headphone cup here is very hard to find because it is a different design compared to the other headphones, which is a bit annoying. So if anything happen to your ear cup, the best I can say is you need to sew it yourself lah, because it's very hard to find unless you get another Max 5C, which not really ideal, but you do what you got to do. So that's all from me, and that's all for me. And if you like what you saw, press like at the below, and if you want to know what are the songs that I've chosen for this test, also down below in the description. And that's all for me. For the next video, I'm still thinking about it, whether should I like test the H1 Pro against the Q20i and also the edifier, or maybe I should just forego it and decided to try to review these two earpiece that I just got, which is the Soundcore R50i and also the JBL Pure Bass Zero Noise headphone earpiece. I don't know which one you all prefer. That's all from me, and I catch you all next time. See ya.